Going live.
Right.
Awesome. How's it going, Cali? We can hear you now.
Pretty good, man. I don't know what happened there. I think I don't know. I was gonna say I might need a new phone, but it's not that old, man. I think it might be me.
You're electrifying, causing some EMF readings there coming from your phone. Or what?
Maybe from my COVID vaccine.
Is this your phone trying to log on to you, but through Bluetooth or what?
Right, that's right.
Crazy.
How's everybody doing? Happy Friday, guys.
Happy Friday,
man.
TGIF.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I had just asked, I mentioned to Brad that there was a little bit of noise being picked up by his mic, so now he's sitting in the car because of me.
Oh.
Yeah. I was enjoying the outdoors, and now I'm back in the
Yeah, we're going to go, Alex.
Terrible. So, how's everybody's week been? I know that a few of us have had some challenges this week for sure. Let's hash it out. Who's got? Why don't we start off here? We'll just do our introductions and kind of carry on with the topics.
Okay, do I go first by the name, I suppose? Sure, all right.
Seems that way, buddy.
Alex Mustatea, I'm a real estate investor based out of Hamilton. I'm focused on flips and multifamily conversion projects, I guess throughout the GTA, Hamilton, and as well as southwestern Ontario, the Chatham region. I'm always looking at opportunities to partner to joint venture, but even more so at this point, I'll put it out there. We need a little bit of talent in that Chatham region. So if anyone's watching with a construction background, there's a variety of different trades that we're looking at hiring or contracting on the various projects. Definitely looking for contractors, but I think we could really make use of what we have sufficient work on the go right now to be able to have a few laborers and trades on staff. So I'll put it out there. By all means, reach out to me. My cell phone 289-769-8975, or you can catch me on Instagram, alexandru.mustatea.
Yeah, nice, man. I'd say I'm in the same spot. I'm looking for guys right now for the company. Definitely guys who are good in construction. But we're focused in the Grey and Bruce County area. We got a few projects on the go up there right now, and then we also got a project on the go in KWC, mainly looking at flips, and we're looking at getting into some new builds with some development here happening in the future. But reach out to me anytime, 519-379-7911, or on Instagram at brad.bloom.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. Cali Braithwaite. I'm out of the GTA, currently focusing on flips in the Moncton area and also in southern Ontario. Fortunately enough for me, I'm not looking for guys. I'm looking for money because I got the deals and I got the guys to do the work. So, let's connect. And if you ever want to talk about some of the deals that I'm working on, there's some pretty interesting stuff. You can reach me at my contact information there. I'd be more than glad just to connect and just see what you're up to as well. Because there might be something that you're doing that you don't know there's an opportunity. And just by talking to someone else like myself or anyone else on this call, you may realize that, or we may realize, hey, there's a missed opportunity here that we can take advantage of. So I'm always looking to kind of discover those types of things on discovery calls. So looking forward to connecting with anybody out there.
Awesome. And I'm Shawn Guthrie as well, and I'm out of the New Brunswick area. We're always looking for people to join the team. We're especially looking for salespeople and operations people right now. So anybody looking to learn how to invest in real estate without using your own money or making some decent commission base, definitely give us a shout. I can be reached 506-800-4289 or on Instagram at the Moncton Homebuyer. Also just on Facebook at Shawn Guthrie. Definitely if you're looking to buy, sell, invest here in New Brunswick, definitely give me a shout. I'd love to hear from you. So let's talk. How's the week been for everybody?
been it's been a good week, man. I mean, last week, which flew by like always. We were talking about a deal that you and I were working on, Shawn, out in New Brunswick, and here we are. It just finally closed, and we're ready to, get the keys and get to work. And it's just,
Mr. Braithwaite, you missed our pre-conversation because you weren't able to be in touch. The saga continues, my friend. The saga.
Oh no! Okay, there you go. Drama.
I don't know if we really want to bring it up here on the show, but it's definitely been a challenge. Like I've done quite a few wholesales to this point, and you kind of run into. There's always a bit of a challenge with all of them. This one that we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now, anyways, has had some unique issues through the whole time. So I got off the phone with the seller earlier today because I was trying to track down the keys as we were previously discussing. And he mentioned to me that he didn't even know whether it actually closed or not. So I was like, okay, well, he said that his lawyer hadn't even gotten in contact with him and it closed 2 days ago, actually. So I was like, okay, this is strange. So I tried to reach out to the lawyer, couldn't get in touch with the lawyer, then finally got in touch with the lawyer that on our side that closed and said, hey, what's going on? Like the seller doesn't know. He said that he won't hand over the keys until he has confirmation that it's closed. He's got his check and yada, yada, yada. So I just got off the phone with that lawyer and just got an email that said that confirmed that they had spoke to the seller's lawyer and that he is aware that the property has closed and that we should just drill the logs and change them.
Well, there you go.
So that was the information that we got. So it just goes to show that there's everything doesn't always go smoothly. There's always
anybody from the LTD watching. Shawn is in New Brunswick. It's not Ontario.
Yeah, it's a different story, and we actually own the property, and he's not a renter; he's the vendor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, and we've had legal advice for this, so we're good to go.
Nice.
Well, at least you know you're getting it. You just have to go take some tools. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. Right. No, just an interesting. It's been a hell of a ride for this one property. I'm happy that it's coming to an end, and hopefully the rest of it goes smoothly. But it was definitely interesting for the start here. But how about anybody else? What other? I'm sorry, I even kind of cut you off there a bit, Cali. I apologize. Did you have more to your story?
You just took the wind right out of Cali's sails. He's like, "This is a great day. We got this place." Oh,
oh, it's still a great day. He's just like, screw this, I'm out of here.
You're dead to me, Shawn.
Oh, that'll be fine. No, that's $100 fix, if that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming back on. He's probably had bad service.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we thought you were just bad and you left.
Did I get froze on a mad expression?
Yeah. No. It just tied into what we were just talking about. Just having some fun. That's all.
I heard the good news. Though, that the deal is done. Right?
It is done. That is the good news.
Perfect. Yeah. Everything else was drama.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's just funny. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's been a heck of a week, right? Like, kind of lots of things going on, and just like Brad and I were discussing earlier, like, you know what I mean? You run into stuff, and things are never as simple as you'd like them to be. Like, I'm sure all of you have stories where something you expected to go one way just didn't go quite the way that you had hoped. It took a little bit longer or whatever, but it's, sticking with it and solving the problem. That's important.
Well, exactly. Actually, on that note, I have projects that when they suffer a little bit for a short period of time, and now I'm seeing my project in Toronto is just I had nowhere to park. There's multiple trades, multiple things going on. After there's been a span of a few weeks where there wasn't a lot of progress. Today I was looking around. I'm like, oh, this is nice. This is finally today and yesterday. I know there's been a lot of progress there. So that's going to be an interesting one. I should definitely do a better job of doing updates on that project. I don't think I've done any. Just because it's in Toronto, so I only got to get out there maybe twice a week at best, and somehow I always forget. But yeah, that's a positive. But it's something else that I want to take the opportunity and briefly touch on. Last week we were talking about something, and I was corrected. So I'd like to share that with you guys and the audience. I haven't given you guys the heads up on this. So this was the discussion that Cali had mentioned with regards to the Chatham deal, Cali, that had fallen through, and then there was the lender was foreclosing on the property.
Oh, the conflict of interest conversation?
Yeah, well, okay. The conflict of interest, but I think the scenario there for anybody that didn't watch last week, so I think that it was mentioned that there was a deal, but then it was being foreclosed, and we were kind of talking about the lender that's foreclosing. Is there a conflict of interest for them to kind of let an investor involved just before they foreclose? Well, or how that would play out. So what I've learned is that, and again, maybe you guys know this, but what I've learned is that a lender, especially A lenders or especially institutional lenders, if they're foreclosing on a property, they're required to put it on the market in an attempt to sell it at a fair market value. And the reasoning behind that is, like, if you were to take an example, $1 million home, and the owner they foreclosed on a $200,000 mortgage, there's still $800,000 or whatever is left, but there's still $800,000 worth of equity that needs to go back to the owner, to the previous owner that defaulted on that mortgage. So that profit doesn't go to the lender. So it was interesting because we were kind of talking about the opportunity of trying to get in before they foreclose, and not to sound opportunistic here, but it would have been a solution to not allow that owner to foreclose, to help them in that situation. But even if it happens, whoever's putting it on the market, if there's any money left, that goes back to the person that defaulted on that mortgage. Mm-hmm. So that's obviously, there's a lot of losses. There's a lot of costs involved, legal costs. So those are a lot of equity will get eaten up in that. But if anything that's left goes back to the person that basically lost the house. So so that's one thing that I think it's important mentioning. I sort of knew this, but it wasn't very clear. Now I think it's a lot more clear. But I would encourage anybody watching, if we're saying something stupid, feel free to correct us, man. You know what I mean? The beauty of this is, and I was pleased to learn, it was actually Cindy, my real estate agent, that called me afterwards. She didn't watch it live, but she watched it afterwards. And she's like, Alex, that's not how that works, man. So again, I welcome feedback. I personally do. I think you guys will agree. If we're saying something that doesn't quite line up, by all means, chime in.
Cool, man. No, that's awesome. That's yeah. Thanks, Cindy.
Yeah, really though. No, it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, there's lots, obviously, as much as we kind of do know, there's a lot that we still don't know. Like, nobody's perfect, right? And I mean, it's great to find out that information, because then it just broadens your knowledge base too, right? So I kind of knew that too, and I think that when we were discussing it, where it was a private mortgage, there might be some little gray area in there that there's a potential, right? Because you never know what's written into that mortgage contract as well. So there's
couldn't agree more. But in hindsight, there is an element of fairness here, private or not.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Kelly, I see you're not alone in the car.
Yeah, it's take your kid to work day today, man. So I had my oldest daughter tag along to one of my projects today, so that was fun. She got to kind of hang out and see what's going on, we're almost at complete. I know the feeling you mentioned with your Toronto project, and I feel like with these projects, there's a you see the progress when they do the demo, right? Everything's gutted. You're like, this place looks totally different than how I started. but then it takes a while to put everything back, right? And then once you start getting the finishing, like the kitchen's installed and the bathroom starts to get finished, you're like, wow, it's finally coming together. You know, the appliances are sliding in. You're like, wow. So I took her today just to hang out with me, and then also to show her what's going on. Why I, why I'm not holding her hand 24/7 because we're doing these projects, right? So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But that's great, though. It's great for the kids to see what you are doing too, right? I mean, it kind of I get that one from my little guy. Like he goes to daycare a lot now too. So to not always realize why, I think it would be great for him. Like I'll bring him to the properties as well. At least kind of he can see what we're doing too. So it's not just like, okay, well, you're just not here, or I'm at daycare all day. Like, what are you doing? Hanging out at the house.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of talk to them about what we do. Like, we went to go see another property after, so I don't know if how much she's interested in this stuff, but I'm gonna put it out there and just introduce her to that, expose her to that, right? Like what I look for in a property, how to be quiet around the seller and not divulge too much information. How to, you know what I mean? And just some little negotiation tactics, right? And who knows, maybe one day she might remember some of this stuff, or she might hear it more and apply it with whatever she's doing, right? So it's just sharing the knowledge, right? Let them kind of decide what they want to do with it.
Right. Well, I wish I had this knowledge when I was their age. Things would be a lot different today than they would be if I had known this then.
Yeah, it's funny though when you say that though, it's amazing how when you have knowledge, it's actually just a matter of actually taking action. Because there's tons of people who have the knowledge and then just never take action, and then 10 years from now they're always like, oh, I wish I had done this or I wish I had done that, all because they didn't actually take a step forward, right? So
well, and like, have you guys read that book, The Slight Edge? Like, I'm sure most of us have, right? And it's talking about the frog that decided to jump off the lily pad. And then it goes on. It's like, he decided, but he never actually jumped. He just said he was going to. So, like, actually taking the leap, right? It's a big deal.
Yeah, so true.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like it's interesting, a lot of the stuff that's going on, like with everything, and all the amount that each of us have grown in the last little bit is just it's crazy. And I mean, it's good to see like just the legacy that you could create from that. Like, I mean, Callie, you being able to bring your daughter to these properties and see what's going on and just kind of give her some insight on what it is that you do. I don't know if you're there anymore, but I enjoy that too. I'm looking forward to being able to teach my kids kind of similar things as well. I'm sure you guys as well too. Yeah. You guys have young kids also.
Would Callie have taken her to Alberta on the take your kids to work? There we go.
I heard you, man. I was there. I heard you. Yeah, the insight and totally. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to teach my kids, like, a lot more about what we're doing too, because I mean, to give them the option to not have to kind of go get a job. Because I remember me growing up, it was always, oh, you got to go to school and you got to get a good job and you got to do this and you got to do that. It's like, well, maybe you don't, because like, well, obviously it's much better. I like the lifestyle that I'm living now much better than having a 9 to 5.
I'm at the point now where I feel like I'm going to need to explain to my son that when he says daddy's going to daddy house, it doesn't mean that he's leaving the family.
I know that was always the conversation when we had projects on the go. Oh, we're just going to dad's house right now, or we're going to this house.
Just got to change the narrative there a little bit, just so keep it clear for everybody else listening. Like,
I can just see somebody come up to my wife. I'm sorry, I didn't know you guys were going through a divorce.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, like, who's got, is there anything on the horizon here that anybody else is kind of excited about? You guys got new things happening or projects coming up?
I took the opportunity to do the plug-in in the beginning, but I'll expand on that a little bit. We've made great progress on the one project in Chatham for a little while there, and then again it slowed down a little bit, and we're at a point now where we're struggling to find some talent in a couple of key areas as far as contractors. So we're moving on to the next. Well, it's not just the result of this one project. But we're basically, we're that much more active on looking for someone to hire and be able to act on some of these projects with some talent, whether it be drywall and framing. That's probably our biggest need right now. But I think that someone with those skill sets, we can have considerable amount of work for them full time. So that's exciting for us in this particular area. While I've been able in Hamilton to fine tune my GCs that act on projects without actually having employees to do this, in that region, I think we need to do just that, to hire and pretty much start building a renovations team. So
yeah, go ahead.
That's awesome. No, I just say that's awesome, man. That's huge to get to the point where you have enough work to keep somebody gainfully employed or even contracted. I mean, these are good problems to have, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I love hearing that all of us are kind of looking to expand. Like, I mean, Alex looking to hire, Brad's looking to hire, I'm looking to hire, you're looking for more money. So, but that's the same thing, really. Like, we're all looking to grow in prospective situations, right? And like what we're doing also. And I know Alex is having the same problem that a lot of people in his position are right now. Like I speak to Daniel Blanc, one of our close buddies there, and he's having the same issue where it's like getting guys to come and do the work. And like like you were saying earlier, like demo's easy, you can see all the results, and then you get stuff kind of moving along there. But it's the stuff at the end that seems to take the longest, like all the little things, because unless you have somebody on staff that is able to do that work and has a well-rounded kind of skill set, it's hard to find people that are willing to do those small jobs. Like you almost have to, either step in and kind of do it yourself, or have somebody to bring on with you, right?
Yeah, that's always an option, but the do-it-yourself, as far as I'm concerned, that's done and over with, and especially it being in Chatham. That was almost a strategy point for me to get involved in a project that's way too far for me to swing the hammer.
Well, exactly, but there's always that temptation, right? Like when things aren't kind of going your way, it's like, okay, so do I take an extra week to try to find somebody to kind of deal with all this stuff, or do you just hop in and kind of do it yourself? I struggle with it too, because I mean, even we have this other property that we're working on, and most of the stuff is easy stuff that I could do no problem. But it's like, okay, well, it's not really the best use of my time to be going over there and doing the work, right?
Yeah, man, it makes total sense. I think
it's a fine.
Go ahead, Brad.
Oh, I was just going to say it's a fine balance when it comes to that, right? Because you want the project to move forward, and it needs to move forward. So you're like, okay, well, at what point in time do you kind of like? Yeah, I guess it's a little different depending on who you're talking to. Like, do you have the skill and the ability to do those things? Okay. Or versus not. If not, then you're just really focused on finding the people, right? Whereas when you have the ability and the skill and the tools and the equipment, it's, you kind of have to draw that line in the sand and go, okay, at this point in time, I'm just going to have to do it so that we can keep this thing moving. Right. So.
Yeah, no, I get that too. And it's like you said, it's a fine line. It's a balance as much as you possibly can, right? Like, of course, none of us want to have to go and do all those other jobs, but really, if it's going to cause you more problems than not, then why not just go in and kind of do it? But at the same time, I think that a good part of the exercise is to try to make it so it's not you doing it. Otherwise, it's always going to be you doing it.
All right, guys, I actually need to jump off. That was my daycare. I got to go pick up my son. I don't think he's feeling well, so I'm actually going to jump out. I apologize.
Oh, no worries, man. No worries.
All right.
Take care, man. Hopefully everything's all right.
Good.
Thanks.
I'll call you, Alex. I got a Hamilton deal you might be interested in.
All right. I look forward to talking to you all.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Take care. Who's got the deals?
Apparently, it's you.
Yeah.
I don't know if this one's a deal, but I know Alex is the Hamilton expert. Yeah, so I'll just run it by him. He may be interested. It's not something I'm really interested in, so
Yeah.
it's the who, right? The who, this is this is how it works, right?
100%. And it's you know what I mean? Like to see the group kind of helping each other out is great too. Like, I mean, I don't know how many times I've come across something. I'm like, oh, this person would be great for this. And that person would be great for this. Like, we're all just kind of working together and trying to make something happen. We got a comment here from Bill Welsh, says he's into Hamilton deals too. So maybe you got another one.
All right. Cool.
There you go.
Thanks for the comment, Bill.
Yeah, right. Throw up some DMs here.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
So, I guess. Well, I mean, Brad, I'm interrupting because I think it's your opportunity here. Anything exciting you wanted to share, and after you, I'll kind of just update the folks what's going on over here.
I didn't really hear. I don't know. I'm not sure if that was directed towards me, Kelly. I didn't hear any of that because it cut out a whole bunch. But
yeah, I was just asking if there was anything. I didn't give you an opportunity to talk about anything that you have going on exciting this week, or any milestones, any wins, before I hop in.
oh yeah, no worries, buddy. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm in the same boat as Alex right now, where we have a lot of projects on the go, and we're at that point where I am looking at hiring that next person to look after things. But I'm mainly looking for an actual contractor who is involved in it and actually swinging the hammer and doing the work as well, but has the ability to run on-site stuff. But not necessarily run or manage the whole projects, but has the skill to actually make the project move forward on the site and location.
Like a working foreman.
So, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, ideally looking for a licensed guy, a licensed contractor, who's basically looking for a good quality environment to work in.
That's huge, man. How do you guys advertise for your, like, outside of this? What other avenues have you guys tried to kind of find these skills?
Yeah, I'd say this is kind of a new development for me just this week here. So we haven't set up anything or posted anything at this point in time yet. It's just been a matter of conversations like this. I figure it's way easier to have the conversations with people that find out, hey, do you know somebody, or do you know somebody who knows somebody, and at least move forward on that end, because usually people who are going to recommend people who they trust and would actually want, that you would probably want working for you, and you can kind of sift through the weeds a little bit easier that way. But
yeah. Well, and then like same thing for me. Like I always kind of lean on my network first if I'm looking for anybody to do anything specific, and then from there, then I just try to go to the phone book. I've tried doing the whole like handyman Kijiji thing, and that usually just bites you in the ass. So
yeah.
But we are pretty well up on time here. I don't know if you guys if you have anything kind of important to go through, or you're about to say something, weren't you, Callie?
No, as you were asking if there's anything upcoming or anything that happened this week, I just remembered that I guess the whole reason why I was in Peterborough today is one of our projects is going to be hitting the market next week. So I was there to meet the stager, and yeah, man, I'm hoping that it's the blast that I thought it was when I got in. So we'll find out soon enough once it sells, right? But Yeah, so we're really, really close. Like there's still some work that's being done as we speak. Just some, I was in there today with the green painter's tape, just kind of highlighting the things that the little minor touch-ups that we are required. And hopefully Tuesday we got it staged, Wednesday photos, and Thursday on the market. So
There you go.
Next Friday, we'll see if there's any postponement or delay with that stuff. I'll keep you guys posted.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So you want to just do a bit of a sign off? Just say your piece.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm Brad Plume. We have projects on the go in Grey and Bruce County, as well as Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge. And ultimately, right now, I guess we're looking for contractors who want to join our team and actually want to be employees, not necessarily looking for generals, but in a sense, we're always looking for general contractors. But or if you're just looking at investing in those areas and need to connect with somebody, or you're looking for a contractor, give me a call, 519-379-7911, or at brad.plume on Instagram.
Cool, man. Yeah, thanks everyone again for tuning in, whether you're watching live or recording. Thanks for sticking around this long. I'm Cali Braithwaite, and I am out of the GTA, but I'm investing wherever it makes sense. I mean, right now there's a lot of focus and energy and synergy in the Moncton area. I've had some great success there. So I'm looking to connect with people who have some capital that want to, get involved in some of the deals that I'm working on, whether it's out there or locally here in the Ontario area. Reach out, 289-207-5316. I'd like to, again, just share some of the deals I have going on, hear what you're up to, see if there's any way that we can connect and make something happen.
Awesome. And I'd also like to thank everybody else for, kind of joining in and being here if you lasted this long. So definitely we enjoy having you on here, and, we're always look forward to having comments and feedback from everybody too. So definitely leave us some comments if you have anything you'd like to hear us talk about or anything like that coming forth in future shows. So definitely give us a shout. And of course, I'm Shawn Guthrie, and I live out in the Moncton, New Brunswick area, and we're looking for salespeople and some ops people to join our team. So definitely give us a shout. My information here is here at the bottom. So yeah, thanks again for joining us, and we hope to see you again here next week at the same time, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.